Hey y'all, what is good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. What's good? For those of you who do not know and are just getting started with me, I'm Lanasia. I got so many nicknames really. But for this I ran with Nay. So I feel like that nickname came along when I was growing. So it fits for me. I like it. My favorite one is Lou though. I like Lou better than all of them, but Nay kind of sticks. But anyways, hi, welcome. Today is Friday, and again, for those who do not know, Friday is for health, healthy habits, healthy topics. Health is wealth. Simple. So today, last week we talked about anxiety. We're going to talk about therapy. Therapy. I feel like so many people are against therapy for no reason though. There's no, but I also feel like a lot of people are coming to they're coming to the realization that therapy is actually needed, especially in the Black community. So I just give y'all the definition of the topic depending on if it has one. And then I just provide you with 4 facts. I will drop the website that I got this from, of course. But for this one, usually I do about 5. And these are just kind of some important points. And these are just kind of some important points. I'm gonna get started. I don't feel like this video will be long tonight. And I know I always say that, but I really don't feel like this one is gonna be long tonight. Cause it's Friday, y'all. I've been working ×2 all week, so I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to get in my bed and just relax. But even when I get myself together, I plan on working on my other project, so I probably won't go to sleep. But at least I'll be comfortable and in my zone and chilling and vibing. So I really can't wait to actually put in some more work tonight. I'm kind of in good spirits, and I know like once I really settle and get myself together, if I don't get lazy after I eat, I think I'm going to work on it tonight. Therapy. And I have my board today because it's a lot. It looks like a lot. It looks like an hour video, but it's just I had to write small and stuff, and the board is small, and I've been thinking about getting a bigger one. For real. Just like a slightly bigger one. So I had to hold this today. Didn't feel like sitting it up. And didn't feel like, even though I got my contacts in, I really didn't feel like having to look because the writing is so small and kind of smudgy. So I'm definitely probably going to go buy another board tomorrow while I'm out running errands. Therapy, also called psychotherapy, is a form of treatment aimed at relieving emotional distress and mental health problems. So the actual name for therapy is psychotherapy. Everybody calls it therapy. It's a type of treatment, and their main goal is to allow people to relive or go over or go through or go back through their problems emotionally, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally and mentally mostly. It help you kind of see where you are emotionally and mentally. In case you need more help to get through those things. They, assess where you are emotionally and mentally, so that then you can figure out ways to be more healthier in those areas of life, so emotionally and mentally, because emotional health and mental health are real. So that's what they do. That's what a therapist does. That's what therapy is. So therapy is provided by trained professionals, psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, or licensed counselors. So as I already told y'all, yes, I do want to be a therapist. Yes. I plan to get my master's next. I'm excited. I already got 2 on my belt come December. So I'm really excited for therapy because it's something that I really, 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 really want to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to go to psychiatry, psychology. I know I'm not going to be a social worker or a licensed counselor. I don't know. We'll see which way I'm going to take it. But therapy is definitely the next route for me, seriously. I'm excited. I really can't wait. And my healing journey has allowed me to see that therapy is what I want to do. Like, that's where I want to, like, kind of sell into that. Like, that's, because I was telling you I want my own practice. So, do as I please, make my own schedules, etc., etc. So that's where I feel like life is going to kind of level out for me once I make it through school and all that stuff. So I'm excited. It's crazy because I've been in school for 6 years, so I know people probably wonder, like, why are you... But if I'm being truthful, I'm thankful for my 6 years, especially along my life journey, because everything that I've been through with my first major, with what I'm majoring in now, and it really wasn't even my first major. I really believe I was doing social work first, but then my advisor was like, you've been doing a lot of these classes, so you might as well. And I'm like, bruh. But anyway, I don't want to hear this. Where was I at? I had to change the song. I didn't want to listen to it. But yeah, so I was taking classes in human development and family services, and I'm like, okay, well, so I'm going through it, and it's just really about child development, and it's basically almost the same thing. I mean, same umbrella or whatever. So as I'm journeying through, especially after I took a year off, and then I was like, I gotta finish because I value my education. Like, this means something to me, to finish school and to keep going. But I didn't really have that thought until I knew I wanted to be a therapist, and that was in 2020. That's when I started my journey with God, and so I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I think, I went back to school in 21 of August, so that was like right around the corner the next year. So I went to school to finish. I went back to finish the human development and family services major. And the only thing that really taught me was that I'm going to homeschool my kids because I have the background to do it. And I have the knowledge to do it. I have the knowledge to basically build my own daycare center if I wanted to inside my home. Or, I have that skill and that knowledge to know how, you don't really know what it's like raising a kid until you have your own kid. But I feel like I'll be well and ready to raise my kids on a much more healthier level. And that's just how I feel. That's why I feel like this degree that I'm getting now, about to get, wasn't for no reason. Because I've learned so much about kids birth through kindergarten, just how they grow and how they develop and how they're supposed to learn and develop and just play, all that about children. And so I can't wait to have my own and raise them because I have that knowledge. But the end goal is definitely therapy for me. So that was just like a little backstory. So my point number 2 will be that therapy allows for you to examine and gain insight into life choices and the difficulties that are faced by individuals, couples, and families. The goal is to improve the aspect of their life that they are seeking therapy for. So basically, whatever people need in their life, what they need to become more healthier, make it better, work it out, work through it. That's what therapy is there for. To be able to help you figure things out. Like, again, relive, help you go back, help you think about, help you see, because it's going to allow you to grow, and then they help you with ways to make your life better. After you've relived and worked through all that, they give you things to do to be better, whether it's individually, family, or relationship wise. So really, to me, therapy is a very helpful resource. Therapy isn't God, but it's something here on this earth that is going to help you keep moving forward on a healthier path, to help you let go of bad habits, to help you continue to grow apart from somebody if you need to, or either heal your family in a healthy way, or figure out how you guys can do the family dynamic, even if it ends in you guys getting a divorce or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a helpful resource, and I feel like it's a helpful resource on a life journey. You know, when it comes to the topics I pick, I'm really not for sure yet if I'm going to like relate to everything, but I feel like all of it is important when it comes to health. But I'm not just up here talking to y'all. I'm talking to y'all from Nay's experience, my experience. So I have been to therapy. I even got it on my board. I'm an advocate for therapy. I think therapy is amazing. For me, it was, I'm not a talker. I don't talk to people about my problems. I've never felt like I had somebody to go talk to. You get a lot of stuff instilled in you at a young age, it's gonna go with you, especially if you don't know how to cope with it in a healthy way. So for me, I didn't talk. I didn't tell people my problems, and I still don't, because I equate problems to my business. You know, like as I got older anyway. Of course, as a child, I got a lot of problems that I do want to run to and tell somebody, you know, that I can trust, but I didn't have that. So I had to carry everything inside. It definitely becomes easier to do that, but when you got a lot of stuff built up inside of you, it's easy to reflect onto other people. It's easy to be defensive. It's easy to be angry as heck. It's very easy. And I was an angry person, very bad attitude, because I had so much inside of me, and I couldn't really say what I needed to say to who I needed to say it to. So I would reflect it on the people that was easier for me to reflect it on, the people that ain't even done nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So, or made me feel away, but you know, it was just easier that way. Again, I held everything inside. I never felt like I had anybody I could go run to and talk to. And again, when you get older and that's just who you are, that's just who you are. So when you got people that want to be there for you, you don't know how to let them. You don't know how to be vulnerable because you've never been able to. So how can you let somebody be there for you if you just simply don't know how? And I simply just still don't know how. Like, that's what I was talking about yesterday. I want to be open. I want to be trusting, but I don't know how. I'm just not there. And I want to get there eventually. And, you know, doing this YouTube and just talking, it makes me want to also better myself, continue to better myself. But that's just who I am. And so, especially 2-3 years ago, you know, very angry. Very. So, I started therapy in 2019. I think 2019 I started therapy. I started therapy at school through ECU. I had seen somebody on Twitter talking about how we had free therapy through ECU, and I was just like, okay, free therapy. I need that because in 2016, my sophomore year in college, fall, I flunked out. I just stopped going to class. I was smoking heavily. I was dealing with a breakup still, just dealing with that loss. I didn't feel supported, like I was very alone. So I was working at Wendy's, third shift to 3 in the morning, smoking weed, trying to cope, you know, because I didn't even start smoking weed until my 19th birthday, and that was 2016. I started that summer. School was that fall, so I was definitely getting used to it by then, and I was also realizing that, hey, this is a coping mechanism. This makes me feel like I don't give up. So I was sleeping all day. I would work until 3 in the morning, and then I would come home, smoke. I would come home, take a shower, smoke, and I would sleep through every alarm. I would sleep all day long. I might go to an afternoon class, and then I would just do it all over again. Just fake a smile. Like, I was very depressed during that time. Just going to work, faking a smile, going back home 3 in the morning, smoking, showering, doing it repeat, sleeping all day long, sleeping till I gotta go to work again. Sleep, 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 sleep. Just not interested in nothing. Didn't care. So I ended up flunking out my sophomore year. And that, of course, pushed me back. So I had to do an appeal and all this other stuff. But honestly, I went right back the next semester. I was still in school. And honestly, that's one of the things that I look back on. I realized, like, you never gave up. You never stopped. You never, what I'm saying? You always kept going. Like, I didn't let flunking out of school stop me from going back to school. I went right back. Basically because my mom was like, when I did flunk out, I was still going through some stuff, and I was sitting in my mom's kitchen. I was like, Mom, what if I just stop going to school? Like, what if I just quit school and just work? She was like, you want to work at Wendy's all your life? And I'm going to be real, y'all. When she said that, it kind of hurt my feelings. Like, it kind of made me feel like, dang. But at the same time, it pushed me. At the same time, when she said it, something in me just motivated me. It was like, it wasn't like a, yeah, you right. It was just like, bad. So, I kept going to school. And the moral of the story is, when I got back in school, you have advisors, and she was telling me, we was just talking about me fucking out, and she was a black woman. I love her. She's like been with me every step of the way. Every step of the way, flunking out, a year off, she still be holding it down for me. I really, really like her so much. She was just telling me, like, about counseling, and she was like, if you, going through something, try counseling. But at the time, I didn't know it was free. She was just like, go to the counseling center. At the time, I didn't know it was free. I thought they was just gonna say some rah-rah BS and, whatever. So 3 years later, I'm still going through the same cycles. I'm still in school, though, but I'm still working, still just not interested. I'm in another relationship, but, how that go. I seen that post, and I was like, oh, free. I didn't know it was free therapy. Because I don't got no insurance. I can't afford this, and we're going to talk about that later. So when I saw free, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, I need that. I don't talk to nobody. I felt more comfortable talking to somebody I didn't know versus somebody I did know, and that's just real. I would rather talk to somebody I don't know than people that I do know. And again, that's just that's my truth. So I did start going to therapy in 2019. It lasted until about 2020 because of the pandemic. That's when she was about to had already set the appointment for me seeing a psychiatrist, which was the person that would diagnose me further as far as anxiety and depression and see if medication would be needed. But we never got that far, and again, like I said, I really don't believe in medicine, so I probably would never took that route anyway. And she moved away. I loved her. She was a white lady, but I loved her. I really did. I don't want to say her name, but I really did like her too. So I do plan to go back to therapy while I'm in school this fall. Just go ahead and milk that free part in. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Hopefully by the time I'm finished in December, I'll be able to, afford my own therapy. Amen. She was amazing, and we talked about everything. Like, she was really getting a lot out of me, from family to relationships to my anxiety to my depression. I would tell her, like, well, I'm going through this. I'm not interested. I just like to sleep. But I don't want to call it depressed if I'm not depressed. And she was laughing, like, because I didn't want to speak that on me at all. But when I would sit on her couch and explain it to her, it just, I knew that that's what I had been going through and what I have dealt with since a teen. You know what I'm saying? Those depressive stages in life, you know, especially that high functioning depression where you can still get up and do what you gotta do, fake a smile, and then just go back. You even be uninterested in what you're doing, like at work. Like I didn't want to be there. I was not interested in none of that. Like I'm just trying to get this money because I gotta pay this rent and these light bills and this internet, and then I'm just going home, smoke, and I'm gonna sleep, and that's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't kick it, skate, you know, none of it. Just doing what I gotta do. Don't smile at me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Ready to get back home. You know, that's how it was. And she really, like, she was the first person as far as setting boundaries with my family. She was the first person that let me know that people were going to be people and that I had to set boundaries, like, especially with family. Especially if I was being triggered. She was like, you got to set those boundaries. So, truthfully, just, I'm not going to keep this long, but truthfully, just talking with her, somebody that did not know me, but she would sit there, take her notes, ask me questions, give me feedback, giving me ways. Like I said, she'll tell me set boundaries, or she'll tell me, like, I know one day before she ended up moving away, and I think it was like last December. Before she ended up moving away, I was going through some stuff, and she was just like, yeah, it was this past December, 2021, yeah. She was telling me, I was out there sitting on my couch, and she was like, you gotta feel your emotions. She was like, you gotta say, this effing sucks, if it effing sucks. And I was like, she was like, you can't keep not feeling your emotions. She was like, you gotta admit when something hurts you. You gotta admit when you're not okay. Therapy is just to help you through the hard times, and I am an advocate for it, because I feel like if you're like me and you don't like to talk to people around you, you still need to get it out. You need to get it all out. So therapy is the place for that. And journaling, because, you know, she got me to journal, keep journaling. I told her how my hand would be hurting and stuff because I write so much, and she showed me ways to you know, exercise my hands. She was saying how she was doing yoga, and how when she do yoga, she just make sure she get her hands and stuff. Like, it was very, very, very helpful for me, very resourceful for me. I can't wait to go back, because I've been going through so much since the last time I seen her, which was December 21, and it's almost December 22. Even though I journal and I release some things, you know, it ain't nothing like talking to somebody. I don't want anybody to feel any type of way when they hear this video about me not talking to people. Sorry, I can't. Not right now. I can't. That's not... I just rather go talk to a therapist. I just feel that's safe to me. That's safe to me, if I'm being honest. You know, it takes time for me to really tell somebody how I really feel. It takes time for me to open up to people. It takes a lot of time for me to be vulnerable. Like, you got to realize I'm just now being on my journey, on my life journey. Like, recognizing my life journey for what it is. So, that was what I say, November 2020. Even though I was in therapy in 2019, you got to realize I've been holding a lot of stuff in for years with nobody to talk to, or feeling like I had nobody to talk to. So you got to understand, it's taken a lot of it's taken a lot of healing for me to even get to that place. Like, I feel like, you know, that's what, kind of like 8 years of stuff I've been holding in. Like, and the only person I really talked to besides my therapist was God. So that's just what it is. It is gonna take a minute. You know, I'm just now realizing that I need to learn how to be more vulnerable. So now I got to actually, you know, learn it and be comfortable with it and practice it. And but anyway, yeah. So, big advocate for therapy. I think it's very helpful, especially to get things out. get it out. We need to talk to somebody. We need to talk to somebody. We really, really do. We really do. That's why this is something that I had to discuss, because truthfully, we can't hold it in. We project on other people, you know. So I definitely vouch for therapy. Okay, y'all, so point number 3. Most people can benefit tremendously from therapy. So I want you guys to just think, evaluate how you currently feel or any aspects of your life that seems to be controlling you. For example, bad relationships, addictions, feeling stuck in certain areas. If any of those things that you just sat back and evaluated, if you feel stuck or certain areas aren't moving, or you feel like they're controlling you, like addictions, or other people, whatever it may be for you, if you were able to be like, Dad, this liquor is controlling me, I drink too much, or if this person is controlling me, this relationship is toxic, I feel stuck in my career, in my job, that is all a good indicator on whether you should probably give therapy a try. Truthfully, I know I'm not the only one that feels alone sometimes. Like, you can't talk to anybody. I'm not the only one that's had toxic, like, that's why I went to therapy. Toxic relationships, not just with people, not just romantic, but platonic, family, like, all that has had a toll on me for years. Everything. I was holding all of that in. I was being burdened by that. I was not moving forward in my life because of that type of stuff. Feeling stuck, working, tiring myself out, being stuck in that area, in career, just being controlled by, marijuana. I'm using it to cope. Yes, I'm using it to cope. It's not healthy to use it to cope. It's not healthy to be like, I need a blunt because I'm pissed. I need a blunt because this mother done cheated on me. I need a blunt because my grandma done pissed me off and told, that's coping. That's coping. You're coping with your problems through smoking. You're numbing it. You're numbing how you really feel instead of feeling it. So all those things I was dealing with, not like what I just said, but everything that I was dealing with at the time, which is hitting me hard, and I had nobody to talk to. So I just really felt like, okay, I'm going to try therapy. I feel like I need to try therapy. Let me try it out. Because I know that most people don't believe in it, or don't go to it, or don't think it's helpful or useful. So, but I'm not other people. I was like, let me try this. Like, maybe this will help me for real. Because, of course, I've heard some things about it. So, it's like, let me see if it works for me. Let me see if it's my thing. Like, people might say, it's not for everybody. Which I know, and I also was going to point that out. It's definitely not for everybody. But it was for me. I went, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to somebody that did not know nothing about me. Safe space, no judgment. Like, I knew right off the bat that she wasn't going to judge me for anything I had to say on her couch. We sitting across from each other, and I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? Telling her everything. I've never had that safe space with anybody. Do I want that safe space? Yes. When will I go after it or be open to it? Don't know. Like, of course, I've been in relationships and I've opened up to them about certain things and stuff like that. But literally still being in relationships and they don't even know the half of what's going on in my mind mentally. Especially probably from some of the stuff that we done went through too, So I'm adding on that to the burdens that I already got. So I'm just getting more angrier and more toxic and just more numb and just more pain that I'm pushing down and pushing to the back of my mind. Like, just it all building up. So just to be able to talk to her, somebody I didn't know, and get it all out, and for her to not judge me, for her to just ask me questions and just try to really get to the bottom of it, the deep of it, you know what I'm saying? That did a lot for me. So yes, I think if you feel like you can't talk to nobody, go try therapy, man, for real. So, number 4, finding the right therapist isn't easy and also isn't affordable. So, it's not easy and it's not affordable. The right therapist. I know it's not like, I guess she might feel away if I say this, but I don't think it's too personal. I know my sister, she started doing therapy. And I know, like, I think her first therapist wasn't for her, and she knew that. And I think she got another one that she likes. I'm not for sure if she, like, kept it. I feel like we talked about the fact that she didn't like the first time she went to therapy, but now she likes the other one that she goes to now, which is good. And also, I know she's talked to me about how much it costs, you know, how much a session is. So, and you already heard me say, did you say free? Because I probably would never went to therapy if it was not free through school. So, amen to that. But I'm thankful for it because it allowed me to see that if I had to invest in it, which I will when I'm done with school, I'm going to make that a priority, because I really, really, right now, I really can't wait for fall so I can go ahead and get my appointment and get these sessions in before I do graduate. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not affordable, but I hope to be stable enough to be able to afford it by next year, because I really, 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 really need it. I like it personally. So just when you're looking for a therapist, just like I always tell y'all, listen to yourself, follow your intuition. If it's something for you, if you feel it in your soul, go for it. When you meet with that person and you know that, okay, I like this person, I like the way they do things, I like the way they listen to me, I like the way they ask questions, bet that's probably the one for you. But if you go into somebody's office and you feel cold and you don't like the energy, they're not giving what it's supposed to be given, if you don't feel safe, comfortable, go find another one. That's totally okay. If you only want a black therapist, find you a black therapist that works for you. If you don't care if it's a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying? Tailor it to you. Don't ever think that it's your life. It's your life. Don't ever think you can't tailor things to who you are. Tailor the things to who you are. Don't ever think you just, I'm telling you to go to therapy, so you just gotta deal with any type of therapist. If that therapist is not for you, go find another one. You don't have to sit through 32 sessions with somebody that you don't connect with. So the 32 sessions would probably be wasted because you didn't get nothing out of it because there was no connection. So no. Feel. Listen to yourself when you step into somebody's office when it comes to therapy. Definitely. Don't just be sitting through sessions and there's no connection. You just listening and barely talking. You know what I'm saying? If you're not talking in therapy, you probably not comfortable, and it ain't gonna work that way, because therapy allows for you to talk. It allows you to get things out. It allows you to relive through the things you need to relive through in order to move forward in your life. So if you're not talking, you need to go ahead and find you another therapist, because it should be easy for you to talk. That's what you're there for. So, and even if you do feel like you can talk to people around you, still, if therapy fits, if that's something you want to do it, because it's just extra help, an extra resource for you to grow in life, you know, for you to make certain realizations in life, for you to keep going in life. And they do sessions, so you won't be in therapy all your life, but if you're done with a certain amount of sessions and you need to keep going. Like with my therapist in school, she asked me, you know, how long do you want to do this? How many sessions? Blase. You know, I maxed her out. Like, we gonna keep doing this, you know. And I think we met every month. Every month, probably like every 3 weeks. And it was great for me. That's just my experience. That's my points for today. I already said 1,000 times, 3 or 4. I am a huge advocate for therapy. I think it's amazing. It's an amazing resource out there to utilize. And again, it's not affordable. It's not affordable. So if you don't have any type of insurance, you might want to do therapy but can't afford it. Do what you can until you can. Or y'all make a lot of stuff a priority, so you might have to cut some things out to make it a priority in order to grow and heal in your life, in order to develop. But that's if you want it bad enough. I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do with y'all money, because that ain't what I want somebody to do to me. Actually, I hate that. But prioritize your health. Health is wealth. So if you feel like you need it and you can cut some things out in order to start sessions, start, and then shop around. Shop around till you find a practice that's perfect for you as far as your budget, your income. And see if that place is for you. And if it's not, go to the next place that kind of fits your budget, but not really. I also know that jobs now in this day and time, they offer therapy incentives. So ask if you've been at your job for a while and you like it there, or even if not, just ask them if they have any benefits as far as therapy. I need to ask mine. With them kids, I need a lot of therapy right now. I ain't lying. I'm sitting up here. I might as well just go ahead and start erasing this board for real. But definitely a huge advocate. And I definitely agree that it will not be for everybody. But if you feel like you need to try it, try it. There's no harm in trying. There's no harm in taking a risk. There's no harm in seeing what truly works for you on your life journey while you're growing and developing and healing. There's nothing wrong with, if you don't need therapy and you just like to journal your thoughts out, if that works for you because you already talked to some people, do that. Do what works for you. This is just Fridays. Healthy topics, healthy habits. Health equals wealth. So I feel like in my life experiences and while I've been on my life journey, therapy has pushed me forward. It has helped me a lot, especially with me being the type of girl I am, type of woman I am, that I had to become. I don't talk to people, and I'm fine with that. But I knew I had to talk to somebody because I was angry, SHELL. Hot. I tell you, my temper go to 0 to 100 so quick. It's crazy. But it's because I had so much built inside of me that I never dealt with, never talked to anybody about, never got out. So it's just sitting, ready for whoever. Especially in my relationships. Nasty attitude. And I'm like, man, what? I set some stuff on fire, you hear me? And I'm the type of person that my toxic trait is I see black. I blank out. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, and I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I want you to feel how I feel. If I feel heated, I want you to be heated too. And that's very toxic, you know what I'm saying? So, and whole time, it might have not even been that deep, but it's because I got so much built up in me that you gonna get whatever come out in that time frame that we ain't good. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just thankful for growth. Definitely thankful for therapy. I'm thankful that I was able to experience it and to know that I liked it and to know that it's helpful for me. So especially now as I'm releasing some stuff, ending some repeated toxic stuff, cycles. This is my song. That's why it's hard to say. This is my song. I'm about to end this just because I want to sing. What was I saying? I'm just thankful, to know that when it's time to go back, I'll be even more comfortable. Hopefully I get a good therapist when I do go back. Because mine is gone. The one that was at ECU that I was going to see, she's gone. So I hope that I get a good one. And that I really utilize it to my best abilities. Like, I was utilizing it at first, but I was just getting started. I was just really getting used to her. And then the pandemic hit. So then I had to go see her a whole year later. I think I started back seeing her in August of 21 when I went back to school. So, and then, December she left. So, we were still kind of fresh. with each other. I was still growing and developing, so you know, I was still in my shell. You know, I was talking to her and letting things out, but I also felt myself still being reserved. So I just feel like when I go back now, I probably just let it all out and, you know, just really work through everything, you know. And I probably won't even have to see a psychiatrist this time because, you know, I don't ever think I'll be in a depressive state again. But my anxiety, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not into taking any medicine, so that's one thing. But anywho, guys, I hope you guys have had a great Friday. I hope you have a great Friday night. I hope y'all be safe. I hope y'all have fun. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Friday to the fullest. I love you guys. Stay beautiful. Be love. Be light. Stay amazing. And again, I am a huge advocate for therapy. So after watching this video, if you've never been to therapy before, and if you feel like that it is something that you want to try it. Go for it. See if it works for you. I loved it. And I know it's not going to be for everybody. And I know a lot of people won't even try to do it. But hey. And again, it's not affordable. But if it's something that you want to try, definitely prioritize it. Or figure out a way that it can be affordable for you. God will make a way. Believe and you will succeed, achieve, and do everything in between. I say anything. But anyways, y'all, be blessed. I love you guys so much.